Hey fam, how y'all doing, my loves? I pray that all is well, that you had a great weekend, and that you've been checking out my videos with all the gems and the bangers that I'll be dropping in there. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the patience that it takes to require mastery. So I've met a lot of people that feel like they're inadequate, and I experienced that in the beginning too, because I've had different careers throughout my lifetime, and yet I would still feel inadequate, like I didn't have enough experience or knowledge in one particular area. So because other people would question things in a way where they would put you to where you would question yourself, knowing that you're very qualified, and sometimes qualified than a lot of these people that call themselves mentors. And I had to learn that the hard way, because I put my trust in a lot of people that did not turn out to be people of integrity, people with a good moral character, people who are in love with money. And at first it hurt me, but then I realized that those part of the lessons that I needed to obtain, because there's more than just mastering your craft, whatever it is that you're working on perfecting, because you're never really going to be perfect at anything. But if you have enough knowledge that you believe that you have something to share with others, you shouldn't feel intimidated by other people making you feel inadequate. Again, like I explained in my other videos, sometimes we just are seeking for validation from other people, and our work could be fantastic, but because that person is planting a negative seed, and like I'll give you an example. I used to be married to another man, and my ex-husband, when I first started creating handmade jewelry, every time I'd make something, I'd feel so proud of myself, and he would be like, it's good, but it could use more work. You could do better. And at first I didn't catch on, but then I noticed every time I created something, I got the same response. So I started getting pissed, and I was like, why is it every time I create something, you can never celebrate my achievements and my accomplishments, and you're always kind of downing me like I'm never good enough, you know? And he would be like, because I know that there's more to you. I know you can get a lot more, you know? And it was bull crap, you know, because then I found out that he was envious of me, and he never really wanted to amount to anything, which is why we're not married anymore, because I'm a very driven person, and I can't be with people who have no drive to desire more out of this life than to just be dead empty weight and putting their responsibilities on everybody else, you know, grown folk that's still depending on mommy and daddy to take care of them. That's not my feng shui. So I'm giving it to you as an example to tell you that sometimes people see your greatness before you even see how great you really are. However, you still need to master as best as you can what it is that you're great at, because I've read all kinds of books. This is my library. I have all kinds of books, and a lot of those people read books, like sometimes they use this ridiculously complicated words, and I'm like, maybe you wrote that book for people that are higher intellects, you know, and not average people that don't know every book and word in the fucking dictionary, you know? Whereas I like to make things simple where anybody can understand it. That way, if I desire to expand on it, then I'll help them to understand it, right? But you have to meet people where they're at, so that you could go elevating them step by step. That's in your spirituality, in relationships, in your studies, in everything. Everything comes with time. Time helps you master things, and you are a master already. Some people are afraid, you know, some people are procrastinators. Like me, I was a master procrastinator. I would start something and could never finish it all the way through. And I finally had to get myself out of that, because it's so frustrating that you have so many gifts and talents to share with others, but your procrastination, that's probably inner fears that are making you think that people are going to reject you, that people are not going to love your work, that people are going to criticize it hard. But if you believe in what you're doing, if they made a song called Peanut Butter Jelly, think about this, and people love dancing to this ridiculously funny song, And it would bring people joy, and everything was peanut butter jelly. That's all they would say in the song. It wasn't anything clever. And yet they made tons of money off of this silly song. How much more you, who actually has content that to offer other people, who knows if your story might help somebody else heal from what they're going through. So like how I'm a businesswoman now, and I'm an entrepreneur. I've been through a lot. And this is what a lot of people don't tell you. A lot of people don't desire for you to know the downsides of owning your own business, you know. But what those so-called failures or lessons, people letting me down, disappointing me, has led me to search on, because I'm not a quitter, right? So I would continue to search on, and I would cut those people off after they took off with a lot of my money. But it's okay, because I still got something out of it, right? And if they kept that money, I don't worry about people's karma. I'm focused on myself. I focus on me. So in order to master something, you got to keep going at it. You got to keep going at it. You desire to learn how to drive a stick shift car, a bicycle, roller skates, or, you know, whatever it is, you have to continue to practice, 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 practice. Even if you mess up through like, I used to be a public speaker in California, and sometimes I would slip and not add something. I would forget details. But they never knew that. So I would continue on with my program. And when I would get a chance, I would add it back in, because I had to be creative, right? But I caught my errors, but they didn't know that they were my errors. They had no clue. Why? Because my confidence, because the way I talked, the way I presented myself, and I still was able to deliver and give them the content that they came to obtain. So, and that was me doing it for years. But I still, even though I'm a public speaker, I still say sometimes. I stop to swallow. I scratch my nose a lot. And so people's like, oh, that's distraction. Well, you're not focused on the right thing, first of all. If little gestures bother you, instead of listening with your ears, because I didn't know your ears could see at the same time as they hear. You know, I'm a very smart mouth. Okay, I have a very smart mouth. And sometimes that's how I cope with the level of knowledge that people sometimes lack. I have to laugh it off, because you can't get frustrated and fall apart, right? And everybody is a master at something, but then there's a lot of things I don't know. I'm not a master at everything, but what I do, I do the best I can to give it my all. And who knows if maybe with time I'll learn something new to add to that, because once you learn something, you should go to the next to build upon it. That's part of mastery. Part of mastery is you continuing to add to your craft and evolve. That's why a lot of music artists fall out, because they don't know how to recreate and revamp themselves. But look at artists like Kanye West, like Nicki Minaj, like Beyonce. To me, Beyonce does the same exact dance moves in all her videos. Is it just me? But you know what? People love her. People love her style. People love her variety of styles, and, you know, and they love that. So she knows how to master her craft, because she's been working at it for so long. But she also understands that she has to continue recreating herself, because people have the attention span of a finger snap. It's so sad. It's so sad that people are that way and that we laugh about it. But those are the same people laughing about it, the same people that I'm talking about. Because I'm like, well, what are you doing to make this world a better place? Right? But again, I goofed the other day, because I said that if you point a finger at yourself, at somebody, that you're pointing a finger back at you, and it's actually that you're pointing a finger at somebody and you're pointing 3 back at you. So there's my correction, okay? Because I like to flow. I don't have any rehearsed scripts and reading off of some teleprompter. This is just me, hardcore live, no AI, no nothing, just me desiring to share my knowledge with you that's been working for me so far, to see if you desire to try some of the skills that I'm talking about in my short videos, so that you can go and try to apply them, so that you could probably feel inspired to read more. so that you could be more inspired to not feel so down and be in a slump all the time, or to be depressed all the time, because those feelings, those spirits can take you over if you keep giving into them. And I know, because I've had depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, all that stuff. And, you know, I had to continue to fight those battles in my mind, which was part of my healing process, which was part of the dark night of the soul that I told you I'm going to do a video about. So don't ever give up on working on yourself, because one day you will look and you will not even realize. Like the other day, my assistant, my friend, I look at her like a little sister. She's the one who pointed out all the knowledge that I have, because sometimes we don't give ourselves that credit. And I say, you know what? I have more knowledge than I give myself credit for. And she's like, you do. And I was like, wow, you know, that inspired me, that all my work that I'm putting in is not going in vain, and that sometimes another person can come and point it out to you to help you see the bigger picture. So I love her for that she's very honest and upfront with me, and because it helps me to continue, because I'm that way. I'm always looking at ways to revamp myself, even if I have to move furniture around, whatever it is. I'm always looking for ways to revamp myself. And I pray that this video resonated with you, that you don't give up on yourself, that you don't quit, that when you get discouraged, you don't throw in the towel. You've come so far. Why turn back now? Keep moving forward. The energy you could use to turn back and give up, you could use that same energy to keep moving forward. And when you get forward, that's like me. I couldn't go past the first incline when I started climbing those mountains, until I got so tired, and I was like, the same energy I'm using to turn back around, I could be using it to push myself to move forward. And I finally did it. And next thing you know, I conquered every mountain I decided to climb. So that's part of my determination, because I like to be knowledgeable of everything that I desire to apply myself to, so that I don't do half-assed work. I pray that made sense. I hope my videos are resonating with you, my loves. I'm gonna keep bringing you gems and dropping bars. I might even share some poetry with you once in a while. So let's just keep it going with the channel to see how it goes evolving. For those of you that are just starting out with me, thank you for your support, for your love, for your comments. My dear, I know you comment on all my videos, and I love you so much. I thank you for all your support. Like I said, even if just one person is getting inspired by my videos, I've done my work. With that, I'm Melanated Magic, aka your spiritual thug. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And I'll see you in the next message. Peace. I'm out.